Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another Tuesday.
It's another special Tuesday.
Woo!
We love our special Tuesdays.
We do. It's prayer week, which is very exciting.
It is.
So as we lead up to Pentecost, we're doing lots and lots of praying. And as we lead up to Pentecost, we have a wonderful and very exciting reading that Gemma's going to read to us.
Yeah, so I am reading from 1 Corinthians 12, verses 1 to 13. Now, about the gifts of the Spirit, brothers and sisters, I do not want you to be uninformed. You know that when you were pagans, somehow or other, you were influenced and led astray to meet idols. Therefore, I want you to know that no one who is speaking by the Spirit of God says, Jesus be cursed, and no one can say Jesus is Lord except by the Holy Spirit. There are different kinds of gifts, but the same Spirit distributes them. There are different kinds of service, but the same Lord. There are different kinds of working, but in all of them and in everyone it is the same God at work. Now to each one the manifestation of the Spirit is given for the common good. To one there is given through the Spirit of a message of wisdom, to another a message of knowledge by means of the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another gifts of healing by that one Spirit, to another miraculous powers, to another prophecy, to another distinguishing between spirits, to another speaking in different kinds of tongues, and still to another the interpretation of tongues. All of these are the work of the one and the same Spirit, and he distributes them to each one just as he determines. Just as a body, though one, has many parts, but all its many parts form one body, so it is with Christ. For we are all baptized by one Spirit, so as to form one body, whether Jews or Gentiles, slave or free, and we were all given the one Spirit to drink.
So I think this is a really exciting passage about all the different spiritual gifts that God gives us. And even though they are given differently to different people, they all come from the Holy Spirit. They all come from the one God. And they're all for our good and for the benefit of all of us. Mm-hmm. And Paul says just a few chapters later in chapter 14 to eagerly desire these spiritual gifts. And I think this is so important, especially as we approach Pentecost and we're in prayer week. An outpouring of God's Spirit at Pentecost, it wasn't just a historical event, but it's something that we get to share in today. We all get to take part, and this passage is a little sort of glimmer of that, I guess. Mm-hmm. Paul commands us to desire with a passion these gifts, the gifts that the Spirit has for us, and to pray faithfully and with conviction for gifts of words of knowledge, for prophecy, for healing, for discernment, and so on. And as I said, all these gifts are given differently to different people, but available for us all to receive through and from God. He loves to give us good things after all. And as it is prayer week, we've got lots of virtual prayer stations, which Jen will mention at the end. And we have put together one playing through a song called Come Holy Spirit. And the idea is basically just to pray the words of this song, pray for God's Spirit to come. And this can take many different forms. It can mean social justice, God's Holy Spirit coming. It can mean people being set free. It can mean personal breakthrough and development. And it can also mean us just spending time eagerly desiring these gifts outlined. So maybe this prayer week, as we all spend extended time in prayer, we can use this song to pray for God's Holy Spirit to come. And we can use it to pray for these spiritual gifts that Paul outlines in this few verses. Yeah.
So we're going to play the song.
We're going to play the song, yeah?
Yeah. And it's also on the prayer wall. So I'm going to do a shameless plug of this prayer wall that on the website that I have put together. But it's all of you guys that have given me all the content, so I'm not taking the credit for that.
And there's some really good stuff there.
There's so many really good prayer stations just to help you engage and focus on God and help you just pray for whatever it is that you want to pray for. So there's one about COVID-19, there's some prayer pebbles, there's our song.
Praying for the world and different aspects of the world.
There's lots of different things. And there's also, at the bottom of the page, there are prayer walks that are also physical. So you can actually go and do the walks as well. So don't forget to do those.
There's also 24/7 prayer that we are doing from Sunday to Sunday, isn't it? I can't remember exactly what time.
Can't remember.
If you go on the prayer wall, you'll see that as well.
Yeah, so it's on our church website, and then you need to click on Thy Kingdom Come at the top, and then you'll find it.
So come and join us praying.
Yeah. Have a great week.
Have a great week.
We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.